everyone, I'm Dr. Maha Othman. I'm a professor at Queen's DBMS and I'm presenting this work on behalf of my postdoc, Dr. Tera. This work is from her PhD, which I co-supervised with Dr. Hanan Azzam in Mansoura University in Egypt. Yusra will be coming to Canada for postdoc training in our lab, hopefully when COVID restrictions are lifted. So the title of this project is Platelet Activation and Platelet Indices as Markers for Disease Progression in Women with Breast Cancer. So we know that ex vivo platelet activation has been reported in women with breast cancer. However, there's mixed evidence remain in that mean platelet volume is higher in cancer versus benign tumors and may be associated with poor progression of cancer. So the objective of this study was to systematically and comprehensively evaluate platelet activation and platelet volume indices in women with breast cancer, and we chose to examine chemo-naive, locally invasive, and metastatic disease. We recruited from Oncology Center at Mansoura University Hospital between 2019 and 2020, 80 locally invasive, that's stage 1, 2, 3, and 20 metastatic disease, that's stage 4, and 100 age-matched controls. We examined ADP-induced platelet aggregation. We looked at platelet p-selectin as a known marker for platelet activation, that's CD62P, with or without ADP stimulation, and we used a flow cytometry for that. Comprehensive analysis of platelet count and all platelet volume indices, including mean platelet volume, that's MPV, platelet distribution width, that's PDW, mean platelet volume over platelet count, and platelet distribution width over platelet count. The data were analyzed in relation to tumor pathology, hormone receptors, as well as proliferation index Ki-67. We also used regression analysis to predict poor prognosis, tumor progression, and metastatic potential. As shown in Table 1, we found significant increase in maximum platelet aggregation and p-selectin expression with and without ADP stimulation. That's together with an increase in MPV, PDW, MPV over platelet count, and PDW over platelet count in the metastatic group compared to locally invasive ones. We also found tumor size, grade were significantly correlated with those markers. We don't show the data here, but in Table 2 you see that univariate regression analysis have shown significance for platelet aggregation, the maximal platelet aggregation, the CD62, which is p-selectin, with or without ADP stimulation. This also is applied for platelet count and the indices I just mentioned. In Figure 1, we show the percentage of platelet p-selectin expression using flow cytometry as evidenced by fluorescence intensity. This is a representative of 4 experiments, and in control, you can see that the expression is increased to 8.2% following ADP activation, and in breast cancer patients, the levels have increased to 45% after ADP activation or stimulation. So in conclusion, our comprehensive analyses have identified platelet volume indices, specifically the MPV over P and PDW over P, to be used as simple, easily available, low-cost predictors for cancer progression and poor prognosis, and also platelet aggregation with or without ADP stimulation can be regarded as significant predictors for metastatic breast cancer. Thank you very much, and we're happy to take questions.